Hey, what's going on, everyone? SnoopLoop7 here with some Call of Duty gameplay for you. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm a college student, or rather, I was a college student. I actually just finished up my final semester of college. I just had finals, so I'm done with I'm done with school, done with undergraduate. It's about damn time for me. It took a while, but I'm assuming I didn't fail any of my final exams so badly that they're gonna make me start over from freshman year again. I don't think that happened. So basically, I just finished up school, and I was thinking during the finals, I was for whatever reason, I just kind of was thinking about times during college where teachers have accused me of cheating because for some reason it's happened multiple times. I don't know what it is about me. Teachers think I cheat during tests or something. So I feel like I've been both directly and indirectly accused of cheating, and so I just figured I'd kind of make a commentary about it. I thought it was something maybe other people could relate to. So to start off, I have never cheated on a test in college. That is also a complete lie, actually. One time, literally one time, I did cheat. Well, and that's debatable. Um, I ended up. I'll explain that later. I didn't really end up needing to cheat, kind of thing. But I'll actually explain it right now. I might as well. So it was a geography class, and for the final exam, I it was a general requirement class, so I didn't really care about it. And I was doing bad in the class, but I wasn't doing great. And I kind of wanted to make sure on the final exam that I did well. And one of the things was a map on the exam where you had to write in all the names of like the African countries. Like it was a map of Africa, and you had to, write the name of the country inside of the map. So I had a printout because it was taken from like an earlier thing we had done in the year. It was going to be the exact same worksheet that we had like done in class. So I had that like folded up, and I had it on the ground like in front of me inside like an open like notebook. And I kind of sat towards I had sat in the back of the classroom kind of like the whole year, so it didn't look weird. So I was in the back of the class there, so there's multiple people sitting in front of me, and I kind of like had my backpack positioned in a way so that she couldn't see it, and that way I would be able to look at it and write down what I had already written down, obviously on the worksheet we had done in class. But kind of in getting ready for the exam, um, I actually didn't end up needing it during the exam. I think I maybe looked at like one or two countries that I hadn't remembered, but because I did study, it's not like I didn't study and it was just completely dependent on having to cheat or something. So, I guess technically I cheated that one time, but it's not like if I had missed those couple countries, it would have really hurt my grade or anything. Because I definitely don't suggest cheating. Obviously, like I said, I pretty much never do it. I've never been someone to cheat on exams. I'm actually a good test taker, so I don't need to. But there's people in college that cheat very frequently on their exams through various methods. But for some reason, I've been called out multiple times for cheating when I really haven't. So I just want to kind of tell a couple of those stories. So one of them was in an English class. I think it was the second semester of my freshman year, and I kind of get allergies in the springtime, right? So my nose is running and sniffly, and I have tissues with me so I can wipe or blow my nose in class. So one day my allergies were going, and we had an exam, and so I was taking out the tissues. I had a tissue in my pocket, and I was taking it out to wipe my nose, and the teacher for some reason thought I must have been like taking out a piece of paper to look at or something. But I've been doing this for a long time with my allergies, so I know it can look like, I'm taking out something to look at. So I even purposefully will try to make it look like I'm obviously blowing my nose or something so that they don't think I'm cheating. But she said, like, with everything quiet, the teacher goes, I know what you're doing. You can't hide it from me. Like, without calling me out specifically, though, she just, like, said it out loud to the class. And I knew it was talking about me because I just wiped my nose. And I didn't respond back because I knew I wasn't cheating, and there's really no point in like trying to defend myself and get into an argument or something like that, and then having like what am I gonna pull out my tissue and show her like that I was actually wiping and there's nothing written on it or something. So I just didn't say anything, and I just kept going on with my test. But it was kind of funny, like looking back on it now. Like this teacher thought I was cheating because I was wiping my nose. So now another time I was accused of cheating in college. It was another general requirements class. It was a geology class, something you have to take. And so again, didn't really care too much about it. I just kind of, I went through the motions of it, and I didn't participate much. I didn't really make it seem like I was interested in it or something. And the teacher was someone who was very into it. They really loved it, and so I don't think she liked me because she probably could tell I just didn't really care. And again, it was a class where I sat at one of the tables in the back, and at the first day of class, she said that the people sitting at the table I was sitting at never make it through the class because oh, that's where the bad kids sit in the back of the class who don't do well. And I was just sitting there just because whatever, it's where there was an open seat when I had gotten there. But for whatever reason, I don't think she liked me. And one of the rules, she had a very strict no cell phone rule, which, every teacher kind of has that rule, but most teachers that may see you on your phone won't say anything. They'll kind of take a mental note, but she would actually call you out on it. And so I didn't even really use my cell phone, so I would purposefully put it in my backpack just because I didn't care. I didn't feel getting in trouble or something, since I don't use my cell phone really that much anyway, at least back then. But what there was is these desks that we kind of sat at had drawers, and on the front of the drawer, there's the handle and stuff. And so I would get fidgety, and like I said, I didn't really pay attention much, so I would kind of start fidgeting with the drawer and with the handle on it and stuff. And so I feel because it's kind of right at that level where you would hold a cell phone if you're trying to hide it, it would look I was on my cell phone or something, because my hands would be moving, so it looked like I was texting or something, when really I wasn't at all. And so there, it was during an exam one time, and I was thinking through the problems, and I just was kind of fidgeting with my hands down there. And so to her, it probably looked like I was on my phone, typing in questions to try and get answers for, when really I was just kind of fidgeting with the drawer. And she kind of called me out on it a little bit more directly than the English teacher. I don't even know if she knew my name, but she just went, "You at the back table, put your cell phone away." And it kind of caught me off guard because I obviously didn't have my cell phone out. I was like, "Whoop!" And I just kind of I raised my hands to show I wasn't holding anything. And this one I did say, I was like, "Oh, my cell phone's in my backpack." And she was like, "Ah, well, it looks like you have your cell phone, what you're not supposed to be using." And I was like, "Oh, sorry." And yeah, I just finished taking my test. But again, it was just something funny looking back that I was being accused of cheating when I wasn't. And then one more, that was kind of more recently actually. It was in an accounting class, and it was one where you're allowed to, it was an open note, open book exam. So during the exam, you could have your notes with you that you had taken during the class. You could use the book. So that kind of makes the test pretty easy. But this was a class later in the day, so I gotta set up the situation for you. So this is a class later in the day, and so I would plug my cell phone into the computer because my battery would be dying during that time of the day. And this is in a computer lab kind of class, by the way. And the desktop is actually below the desk, and then the monitor's on top of the desk. So my phone would be, underneath, plugged in, and then it would be sitting on top of the computer. So obviously within range of me being able to use it if I had wanted to. And so at the end of the exam, I would finish my test, and I would pack all my stuff up and to bring the test up, and then you leave, right? So as I'm getting everything to, go hand it in, obviously, I think I could tell she would look at me and see me unplugging my phone and taking out my phone and putting my phone away. So it would kind of make it look like I had it out and had been using it almost, rather than it kind of already being in my pocket or something. So I feel like it made it look like I had been using it during the exam, even though, it's open note, open book. I don't know why I wouldn't just use those, which I had on my desk, obviously, using. So I don't know why I would use my phone anyway, but I had done really well on the exams, a 92, a 96, a 100. And then on the final exam, though, she made everyone take their cell phones and put them, way in front. The way, I can't really describe the desk, but the way it's set up, there's, a front portion, which is on a lower level that's way out in front. So she made everyone put their cell phones there, even though it's open notebook, open book. I don't know why someone would use their cell phone. So I can't help but think it was because she thought I had been cheating with my cell phone or something. And again, it was just something funny like that. I realized I was like, wait a second, is she doing it because she thinks she saw me using my cell phone and putting it away after I was done with my test? So I kind of feel like that one was the most indirect one. But there you have it. Those are my accused of cheating in college, even though I wasn't. So let me know in the comments below if you've ever been accused of cheating when you weren't, or maybe if you got caught cheating, which you shouldn't be doing. Remember, don't cheat, kids. It's not good. But let me know in the comments below. I'd love to see what things have happened to you. And also let me know what you think with these kinds of videos, if you'd like to see more of them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Peace.